What's up, guys? Welcome to the Scalers Only Show, where we talk real estate, business, and lifestyle, and everything in between. Today, I've got one of my best friends on the show.
I'm right here.
His name's not you. I wanted to use a curse word, but I'm trying not to curse right now. I actually officiated your wedding.
It's very true. You did. We allowed that, which is very surprising.
and I set the grace. I blessed the food.
We did. We allowed you.
And kept the party going as well. Coolest monster of all time.
Put your mic closer to you so we can hear you, but how did you tell your wife now that Terry was going to be officiating your wed? How did that conversation go? Because we love Terry, but
yeah, she honestly was all in for it, surprisingly.
So you two are a perfect match.
Yes, very. She went
1,000%.
Her first question, I think, was, is he going to be able to make it there on time?
Which I was slightly late, but yeah, I made it.
Number two, will he be sober?
Yeah, will he be sober?
Which I was.
So she was. So he did practice a lot.
He took it very importantly. I remember he was back for a few weeks, no, I gotta do this, And he took it seriously.
He did.
Thanks.
He did good.
Thing you said all day, maybe all week.
You're a great person, man. You did good.
Thanks, buddy. So, Mr. Mike Auge here is one of the baddest Ellas in the industry, in the business, known for getting shit done, if you will. So I want to talk mortgages, I want to talk rates, I want to talk real estate, the market, but I want to know what you're seeing right now, man. Are they waiting to buy? Are they on the sidelines? Are we gonna go into a market correction? Is it
recession?
What are you seeing?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we're seeing all of the above right now. So basically, people are waiting. They think rates are going to come down. Yeah, are they? Probably eventually. They have to, right? But the people that are waiting right now, they're losing out, right? They're kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting for those rates. But all that's happening is that home values are continuing to go up, right? So they're actually going to end up paying more. The people that are looking right now, especially in our market, Columbus, it's crazy, right? It's an insane market right now. We were just talking about property that's kind of first time home buyer property, in kind of the 350 price range. I had offers out on this weekend, 26 offers, right? 26 offers on 350,000. So
dang,
it's insane right now. And we're mid-February, right? So we're not even at the spring market. So I was just actually telling a client, funny as it may sound, it's like you don't actually want the rates to come down because, if rates come down, that 26 offers turns into 50. So
as a seller, we want that.
As a seller, you do.
The people that didn't get their offers accepted, do you have their information? Can we call them?
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll shoot that over to you. So, but it's just crazy to see, and it's spring is already here, right? We went through a little bit of a slower time with seasonality. October, November, December, rates hit 8%. So we kind of saw that, and with the weather, but as soon as January hit, back to the races.
And it wasn't just January. It was the first day that there was good weather. Mm-hmm. Offers started coming in again. It's the wildest shit. I don't understand it. When you're in southern states, for instance, you have good weather every day. You actually see the sun more than half of the time.
That's why they're selling every day.
They're selling every day.
Right. They're always selling.
They're always open.
You're right.
But, markets like ours in Columbus, Ohio, weather comes out and then people come out.
Yeah. How's people's credits? Are more people getting accepted and getting pre-quals, or have you noticed it decline? Or
yeah, I mean, January we saw just kind of like a record. I mean, it was a steady increase over last year.
Really?
from January to January.
Are more people getting approved, or
more people are getting approved? In January, you see a lot of people that that's always the big resolution, right? I want to buy a house. I want to get in shape. Right? We worked in those industries together.
I'm sober January.
Yeah. We worked in those industries, so we saw January is always great for what we've done in the past between working in the fitness industry and then. Everybody, like I said, wants to make that goal of I want to buy a house this year. So they have that goal, and then, they come out the woodwork.
The reason I ask is because I know, through all the reports and stuff, how everyone has higher credit debt and net debt now, and people credit cards are all getting maxed out and everything. So I don't know if it affected how.
Yeah, I mean.
Are people refinancing their houses, pulling the cash out, and then just paying off their credit cards so they can go bankrupt later?
Not quite yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So we're just seeing motivation, not desperation.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
See motivation.
It's not desperado yet.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're not to that point. I think it's like something like there's a stat of like 70 or 80% of people who have homes right now are below 4% rate, right?
Oh,
so
wow.
people aren't refining, they're not looking for that unless they are
they're broke.
desperate, right?
What is the current rate that you're seeing that you're putting out right now?
I think as of now, like average rate was like 7% today. Right?
Isn't that crazy saying that's not bad? But
and it's not. I mean,
It's not. Dude, when I bought my first couple houses, I mean, I was 6.5 and like was happy about it.
Right.
But then again, I mean, prices were half of what they are today. So like,
yeah, and the thing is, it becomes normal, right? After
norm, right?
Yeah, it's a new norm, right? We hit 8% in November or October, so to see 7%, people are like, oh, great, like I'll take that. Or to see like a 6.99 or 6.875, like, oh, great, I'll take that over 7%, knowing that they're gonna refinance 6 to 18 months potentially. We have an election year this year, so usually we see rates come down, but.
Who are you voting for? Don't even say. Don't even. I think stability. I think stability is key more than the rates going up and down. I think a lot of people, like, if they know what's going to happen, they're stable. That's what actually helps it. I mean, is that something you see too? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. If they know what it is, they're okay with it, right? If things are, there's flux or constant going back and forth or up and down, people are like, what do I do? They paralyze, right? They just like, what do I do? Do I buy? Do I wait? And
that's why they never buy and never end up creating any type of wealth for themselves, and they just sit and cry on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to buy when it comes out cheaper. Wait, why is it so cheap? I don't want to buy this. It's going to drop more.
And if they want to cry about it, and it's your problem because it's your fault. Like you're the person that's not taking action and understanding that. Listen, there's a limited supply of these things, and you have the ability to go get a mortgage, have your house appreciate. You're going to pay down some debt, and you're going to create some wealth for yourself.
I should have bought it in middle school, bro. What were you doing?
I wish, right? I mean, but just like you said, yeah. I mean, like that nets, that people are going to gain, over, the years. I was like, show them like, hey, this is what your net worth is in 10 years if you buy right now.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to buy a $300,000 house and then you're going to have $500,000 in net worth. Like right now, you have what's in the bank, and that's not that much.
Right now, you have less than $5,000 in net worth.
Right.
So we're trying to help you out here.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like Father Teresa over here.
Yeah, right. It's just I'm giving them money, right? I'm a money giver away.
You are the money giver, actually.
That's it. We give money.
Money giver, Micus.
Yeah, I like it. There it is, new nickname, right? So,
so you guys are booming now, huh? There again.
Yeah, I mean it's
especially in our market in Columbus. I mean, we're also in the special market.
We are, right? We're in the fastest growing population market in the country, right?
We're calling it the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, it's
really wise. I didn't do that one yet.
I just made it up.
I like it.
He read an article.
Trademark, copyrighted. They step.
No, I'm playing that one.
He read something on the internet, so that or this.
Goldilocks in the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean we are in just an area like Columbus is booming, right? Like you look everywhere. There's stuff going up, being built, right? Which construction are you guys doing right now? Like it's insane.
Like they're doing more,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And there's not enough to be able to get not enough land, not enough,
That's actually crazy, but it's true, huh?
So with NFM and your company, like how are you guys repositioning? How are you guys remarketing? How are you guys positioning for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, so really, the awesome thing is we're a top market share as far as Central Iowa goes, right? When it comes to doing loans, so we've really set ourselves apart with everything we're doing from, a loan basis and dealing with clients, educating them and showing them what they can do and what's possible. Because so often, when somebody goes and gets a pre-approval, it's like, hey, here's what you're pre-approved for, here's the number, here's what the payment looks like, and, that's it, right?
Yeah.
We're back to probably first house you bought, like, hey, yeah, you got pre-approved, and here's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not about that. It's about educating the client and showing them, like, hey, what your net worth is going to be in 10 years, right? Like, your average loan officer isn't doing that, right? Your average company's not doing that.
Yeah.
You go to a Chase, Derek Huntington, can I say this?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Yeah, you can say whatever
you go to a big bank, we'll say a big bank, right? And you're not getting that. You're not getting that service. You're not getting that kind of adaptability to what you're looking for.
You're not getting Money Mike.
Not getting Money Mike, right? Mortgage Mike.
Mortgage Mike.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, right. So you're not getting that. But
dude, that's your new name.
Yeah. There you go.
Mortgage Money Mike.
Mortgage money.
Somebody start
Your new IG name.
It's like
it's starting
only like you have to get like a Speedo and
No, please don't.
yes.
I already got that.
Well, everyone likes watching a train wreck. That would be kind of...
Right. We got
that would be hella market.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Dude, you had a Speedo. I'm trying not to picture it, but now that you said that, that would probably work on Instagram.
I've seen it.
Yeah. He's probably seen it. Yeah. Yeah. We've been through a lot.
We're like, we're not going to talk about that. Not this time. Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next one. So we'll dive deeper.
Once I'm back on the bourbon kick.
Yeah.
So where do you see it going this year? Everyone wants to know. So I mean, in your professional expertise from what you see, what's going to happen with it this year? Do you think it's going to stay at this rate? Is it going to go down a little bit? Are they going to knock it down? I mean, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, here's what we're kind of expecting. I guess experts are saying that yes, we're expecting it when it's an election year. So obviously, whoever's in the White House would stay there. We see things get better. The stock market's doing pretty well right now. Right, we're starting to see that kind of come back. That means typically rates, start to come down too, and we'll see that Fed's talking about rate cuts. Probably not next month, but maybe into May. We might see some stuff like that, which means we'll probably see rates. So by the end of the year, experts are predicting like mid low sixes potentially, and into the fives next year. So if it gets there, great.
Fives, shit.
Yeah, but again, too, like that's not going to slow down the market here, right? Like it's going to continue to go. We're getting 26 offers with 7%.
Yeah,
right? We're going to see 50, 60 offers at 6. Right?
Are these first-time buyers, or are they actually?
So it's a lot of first-time buyers right now.
Oh wow!
Right? We are seeing some of the move-up clients. Right? You do have that where it's just you outgrow it. They're kids, stuff like that, and they move on. But the first-time home buyer is, the one that's having the difficulty winning as much, but that's where the education piece comes in as well too, and having a good lender who's educating you on what to do or what you can do to win. Right?
What can you do?
There's a lot of things. A lot of things, Bobby. So that's where we come in, right? Is just educating them on these different ways to win. Right? Because you put in an offer, you don't want to lose, right? So often, people put in offers and they're just like, oh, I'm just putting this in to put it in. Well, no, we want to win it for you. So that's where it's like a huge...
I will say this, is when you, because we're always a net buyer and a net seller, like we're always buying, we're always selling, and we're in the trading business. So in the sales side, when we see NFM lending, we see your name pop up, like, we're like, okay, that deal's good.
Right.
That's a good deal. When we see a Chase or a Wells or, some of these other shops that, quite frankly, have a bad rap, like, I don't want to, like, we're not taking that offer, right?
Yeah, it's exactly right. I mean, the
branded names carry a lot of weight.
Right. The big banks that, they're not necessarily local, right? They are local, but they're not, in a sense, right? They don't even want to, like, Chase, Jamie Dimon's come out and said they don't want to be doing mortgages. They do it out of convenience for their clients, right?
They do you a favor by owning your home for you.
They've got my bank account, right? They want my mortgage, too.
Right. Like, they're doing it just out of convenience because, there is some legal stuff and red tape that goes into, like, doing that. And they don't even want to do it, right? So, is that going to be a good process for you, right? Not to knock them or anybody that works. I've worked there twice, so
did you work on Chase?
So did he?
Yeah, 8 months, 3 days, 4 hours, 7 minutes,
and how many seconds?
And I was really lit when I left.
Hey, man.
No lie, I probably drank 24 hours.
They laid me off twice, right? I remember that, dude. Dude, I had like the worst like start to a mortgage career ever. Like I had getting laid off.
What did you want to be when you were little? Like what was your dream job?
I wanted to be an athlete, obviously. I wanted to play like Major League Baseball or like play in the NFL. But
what do you want to be?
Here comes. I'll just say it for you. So, Augie was a quarterback at the same high school as Dan Marino, Mark Balzer, and then every time he'd be like, "Yeah, my lineage is Marino, Balzer, Augie."
You have to throw that in there. I'm just, very, slow-footed and not as good as those guys apparently. So yeah, that's
what you want to be when you were younger. Your dream job?
I want to be a rock star.
I want to be a garbage truck driver.
I want to be Tommy Lee. That's what I want to do.
I seriously want to be a garbage truck driver. Because I see him hanging off the back of the truck. And I was like, that's the coolest thing ever.
They looked like they were having fun.
Yeah. Just hang off the back of the truck. And,
I mean,
they only get golf carts in our neighborhood.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, see, now they don't even like get out of the garbage truck. Like, they just have the arm, right? Yeah. So you drive it.
So I want to go back to something I mentioned earlier with, you see a lot, especially, maybe younger millennials. What's the next generation? Is it X? I think the one that's younger.
What's after Z, by the way? Again?
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
I think we're the geriatric millennials.
Yeah, I think that we're in the upper ranges. Yeah, but I don't want to make fun of
Google this. What's after generation?
I don't want to make fun of the people on TikTok that are complaining about buying a house. I want to give a solution here. So back when I started buying houses, there was no money. But there was all the deals. Now there's all the money, but maybe there's not nearly as many deals. So the pendulum has kind of shifted in that regard. But I guess the thing that I've started to understand, especially right now, is there's so many more options, loan programs, and things that people can take advantage of that didn't exist 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or hell, quite frankly, even a couple years ago. So what are some things that you're doing for the first-time home buyer, or some unique programs that you guys have and are utilizing right now?
I mean, it's a great question. So, I mean, the barrier to entry right now is it's just so low, right? Like, anybody can buy a house. Like, if you have a pretty decent credit score.
What's a decent credit score?
I would say, 620, 640.
Yes, we're good again, Terry.
Right. Like, if you have...
I hope you guys that are listening are paying attention.
Yeah, 20 can get you a home.
I mean, that's it. Like, if you have those, the barrier to entry is so low now, right? Like, there's so much stuff that's out there that you can get qualified. I mean, honestly, even if you have a 500 credit score, you can qualify for a loan. Right? What? Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, paying off my credit cards no more. I don't need it.
It's not going to be the most ideal situation. Like, you can get a loan, right? It's kind of back to that. I mean, there's so much money that's out there that's available to you to be able to use and leverage, and be able to not put as much down, right? Have a couple $1,000. You can take your tax return and be able to just bring that to closing and potentially be able to close right now, right? We're tax season, so.
My brother-in-law, and I want you to get back to your loan, but I have to share this. You got him into a house with 0.003% down. The dude literally brought like $200 to close.
The heck? You almost paid him to close.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we had another person too that bought one of your houses that brought zero. Brought zero. I think he got a refund back from his appraisal or something like that. So I mean, yeah, there's things like that and opportunities like that, and plus, if the deal is structured right, you're working with a really good agent as well too that's putting in a great offer and potentially getting you credit or stuff like that. Like,
you find two agents that can actually work together.
Well, here's the thing. That's why people are key. And there's one thing that the AI can't do, I believe. The people are key, and two people can get along that relationship where you don't have AIs talking to each other yet. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what AI person knows someone there that can just talk and have a drink, like, hey, I'm doing this, can you help me out, or have a relationship and be able to do some stuff.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's not that point. They have to come together. Everybody has to come together to be able to put the deal together.
Come together right now. Is that a song? Over you?
Yep.
No, over me.
That's right. But yeah, man, I'm glad you brought that up. And I mean, I'm making a joke on this, but it's not a joke. It's if you have a credit score, not a pulse, but a credit score, right? You have an opportunity,
right?
And I just think so many people don't realize how low the barrier to entry is just because there's multiple offers. Well, listen, bro, you don't have any money, you don't have any credit, but you could still be one of those people that's making an offer.
Right.
And if you position your offer correctly, you might be the one that's accepted.
Right, exactly. And it's preparing as well, too. So often people just, they don't know what they don't know, and they're not prepared. And most people probably don't even know that. They think they got to have 800 credit and, 20% down. That's 50 years ago, right? That's not the way things work now. It's you can actually get money. You can finance 101.5%. We have a program that does that.
Can we get on that program?
Dude, I wish I could get that program.
The investor special. Yeah. So, but you can do that. Like, there's ways to leverage that and use. You can even use equity in a house you're buying as well too.
You just covered so many things people can do with, and the barrier really is limited.
And the thing is, if you're not a real estate expert or a deal architect, I mean, if you get with someone that is a deal architect,
that's who helps you.
That's where you win.
Right. It is having that professional, like, that's stuff we do, right? Like, we're doing as a mortgage lender, like with like NFM and myself, that you're not seeing like necessarily maybe like a bank. Banks have a lot of different programs, especially like the local community ones. Like, I know that's where you guys go a lot, and you have to because of the money you're looking for. But again, too, like that barrier, like the entry is still pretty low, right? To be able to get money, like you can get money from anywhere.
Are people buying homes that they're able to afford more nowadays too? Because we have a little period where people are just buying stuff where interest only in this one and not.
Yeah, I was going to ask if people were downgrading their expectations a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, those types of loans, like, they're out there. They're very, like, few and far between, right? That's more like probably investor side of things. Like, people that have, like, for somebody like you guys who are trying to, I'm trying to get to property number 50 or 100, like, not somebody's trying to get to 1.
Yeah.
Right? So I think somebody was telling us at a realtor about before this, and they were like, there's 2,000 houses in Central Ohio on the market right now, right? 2,000, right? There's no housing bubble that's coming. Like, the bubble came because
we're down to 2,000.
Yeah, because there's too much supply, right? There's not enough right now.
So that's what I was saying with the first-time home buyer. Where are they finding
people way more than that?
Yeah, well, that's what somebody told me. I don't know.
Okay. I need to. That's a
CNN tell you that.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Right. So that's just what an agent told me when I was at this thing. I was like, I don't know if that's.
Well, that's why I'm asking the first-time home buyer question, because are people that already have homes trying to find other ones so you have some supply, or if it's only first-timers and the other ones aren't selling, and there's still no supply?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are people, like I said, that are upgrading that need to, right?
Yeah.
They've had another kid, like they're just out of room, and what they're finding is that they can't like put their house on the market and go continue with it.
Yeah.
They have to find other solutions, right? And like that's where we come in again, is creating a solution like bridge loan for them, or showing them different ways they could tap into money as well too, to be able to get qualified. I mean, I've talked to a couple of people this week, let alone like that are first time home buyers that have retirement accounts like 401ks and didn't know they can use that money as a first-time home buyer, not get penalized, to be able to put it more down payment, right? Or to separate themselves.
And you can even borrow. You don't even have to like take it out. You can
borrow, right? And people are just don't know those financial like things, and it's crazy, right? Like, and I get it. Like before I got in this industry, would I have known that stuff? Probably not. But that's where it comes into play of having somebody that's going to educate you on what you can do to be able to get in the house you want.
But they also have to reframe mindset to a certain degree too.
Right.
So like someone, I'm just thinking, as soon as I said borrow from your 401k, I'm just picturing this old boomer. It's like, absolutely not. I'm not borrowing from my 401k. Or someone that's been brought up that way.
Yeah,
absolutely not. I'm not touching this. Or, so there's an education piece, but they got to be willing to receive the education too. That absolutely. This is how you get into this wealth generating vehicle.
Right. If you're in your 20s or 30s, even early 40s, like you got another 20, 30 years before you can even touch that money anyway. So what's going to grow at a greater rates? Your appreciation on your house or your retirement account, right? Like what's going to be more in 10 years?
I think the house, right?
Yeah. I would say
you're in the right market.
Yeah, if you're in that market, it's probably the house, right? Hey. So we saw what the stock market was doing last year.
Yeah, we're Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, that's Michigan.
Yeah, that's
touche.
Right?
I was working Toledo, Michigan.
I'm probably not Toledo. It's Toledo, Ohio. I'm probably miseducated. I was only 8 Mile.
Yeah,
sorry. We weren't 8 Mile. Remember?
We were
looking for malt spaghetti.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I could just picture you two driving around. Look,
we were in a Bentley.
Yeah, but
you were in the Range Rover.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the movie. 8 Mile. You two.
Wait, you were like Eminem and Alpha.
Oh, dude, I was literally right.
I got Pfeiffer.
No, it was not but actually not embarrassed.
Yeah.
This.
I wasn't embarrassed.
That's exactly it.
A little nervous,
It was actually not that bad, 8 Mile.
No, cleaned it up a bit.
Final thoughts for, let's talk to that 20 to 40-year-old first-time home buyer. Final thoughts.
Buy a house.
What do you say? Do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, you can do it, right? It's getting with a professional, figuring out either are you ready now or what the plan is. I talk to people so many times that are like, they're 6-12 months out, but then they end up getting qualified for something they didn't realize they didn't qualify for, and they buy a house right now. And then they've actually saved because they're going to pay more later on. I just had this happen with a client that, she was planning on waiting until November, right? Her lease was up, but she found a house right now, right? And she actually made 3 offers on three houses over the weekend. 1 plus 2.
Nice,
right?
Nice.
But you find that out. You find your timing. You find what's going to work best. But you just develop a plan of attack for yourself of like, okay, I need to do this or this with my credit, or I need to save up this much to be able to have my payment where I want to be, or you get those types of things and know what's going to be best for you, so that when the time comes and maybe your lease is up or you're just kind of trying to figure it out, you're not scrambling, and then you're not taking the first thing you see, right?
Yeah.
If you give yourself time, you find a deal, right? Like you find something that's going to fit you.
Speaking of finding, how do people find you?
You can find me,
You can find me, says a Louis.
There's a few of them there.
Yep, you can find me. Instagram's Mike Auge 7.
Might be Money Mike soon.
Might be Money Mike soon.
Magic Money Mike.
Yeah.
Magic Mortgage Money Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
it. You can email me, Mauge, Mauge, at nfmlending.com as well too. So those are the best places to get me.
I will drop that link in the comment section of this video, but appreciate you being on. We're going to bring you back for a full.
That was a good update, man.
But I love the update.
Yeah.
I actually like that we talked about first-time home buyers and
Exactly.
just the barrier to entry to this.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's not talked about
do
nearly
it.
enough.
Get into it.
It's not. Got to get into it. Find that house. All right.
Cool. You heard it first. Find that house. Thanks for tuning in to the Scalers Only Show, where we talk real estate, business, lifestyle, and everything in between. Till next time, peace.